Let me tell you what this game is. This game is not a must-win, but it is. It's not a must-win because if you lose tonight, you can still win the division, you can still win the conference, you can still have a deep run in the playoffs, you can still go to the Super Bowl, and you can still win the Super Bowl, right? Of course, you can still do all of that if you lose tonight. But let's cut the bullshit now. That's what we do on this show here. We get down to the real honesty. We dig in from the skin and we get down to the bone of everything. Okay? Are you going to feel like you're confident that you can win the division, win the conference, deep run in the playoffs, and the Super Bowl if you lose tonight? No. Let's all be honest. What are we going to do? Blow smoke up our asses? Oh, it's all right. We'll overcome and all that. No. You're home. You're pretty much healthy. You've got a couple players out. So do they. Whatever, dude. No excuses. The coaching staff has to win this game. They have the front office has given you more than enough talent to win the game the last couple of years. You got to win it, dude. You got to know what goddamn down it is. You got to know when to stay with the run. You got to know how to stop Josh Allen. You got to figure shit out already. So, Mike McDaniel, this is a must-win for your credibility. We've been at this for a quarter century. So we can't necessarily sit back and, oh, well, if we lose, it'll be all right. Bullshit. You all know that in the back of our minds, we're going to have immense doubt. Because if you don't beat these son of a bitches, you will never, ever be the king of the hill. So, yeah, mathematically, this game means nothing, right? You could lose it, and mathematically, you can overcome because you've got 15 more games. I know, but yes, play that story for me all over again. Not one real Dolphins fan will feel like you're going to win that if you lose this. Because if you lose this, how do you win when we're in Buffalo? When Sean and I are hanging out at the River Pub, having some fun, doing the pre- and post-game show in enemy territory, how are we going to feel? There it is, the River Pub. How are we going to feel like, okay, we feel great about this game? Unless, if you lose tonight, you run the table and you win like most of the games and you lose maybe one more game to the next Buff. I guess that's the only way you're going to feel like that. But outside of that, I don't know. I know Billy at the River Pub is going to want to see a win. He's in the middle. The owner is a Dolphins fan. Part of his bar is dressed in aqua and orange. There's a whole room that's aqua and orange, merino jersey, everything there. We'll be broadcasting in that room. You think he wants to see a loss tonight? No, he needs to see a win tonight. So it's not a must-win mathematically. It's a must-win for the confidence of the players, of the coaching staff, of the fans, and the fans in the coaching staff. Because it's the coaching staff that is right now on trial. Because as creative as Mike McDaniel is, it doesn't mean shit if you can't win these games. All the jokes and the lighthearted approach and everything, none of it means shit if you can't defeat the Buffalo Bills. And Tua said it better than anybody else. Nobody's going to believe us until we start beating them often, which is what I've said. It's not about winning tonight. It's about beating them more than they beat you. Because this ain't a rivalry. This is an ass kicking constantly. And as Jay Skursky pointed out from the Buffalo News yesterday, the last few games have been close now. They're all been within one score. But close only counts in hand grenades and horseshoes. Tonight is not about playing it close. Tonight is not about a close loss. Tonight is not about, oh, we can overcome mathematically. No, man. Tonight is about establishing yourself as the beast of the East. And if you're going to do that, then you need to smack down these fools when they come to your house. And I get it. Time has passed that I think most of you think it's impossible. But I remember when it was fact. I remember when we used to have a Dolphins team that would dominate your ass at home. That's long gone, dude. Long gone. But the problem is, the last time you were great, just like the Miami Hurricanes, you were in another building. You've never been great in this building. And that's why you don't dominate the Bills. That's why you're not dominating the division. That's it. You'll flukishly win it the Chad Pennington year because Tom Brady gets injured and you get the Wildcat, and you barely win it too, by the way, even with an injured Tom Brady. Shit like that don't count. That's just flukish crap. We don't want fluke. We want real. We want authentic. We want what we see in Eric Spoelstra, what we see in Jim Larinaga, what we have now seen with Paul and the Panthers. Okay? That's what we want to see. We want to see, we like the coach. We love his offense. We love his approach. We need to love the results. We got to love the results, because the results is what gives us. When we walk into an arena, Spoelstra may have 8 guys and they may have 84 of them. And you're going to say, we got a shot. Well, wait a minute. Hold on a second. They got 84 players. They can rotate. They've got, I don't give a shit, bro. We got Spoelstra. Right? Right or wrong? Now, if Spoelstra has the same as you or better than you, you're fucked. You know, you're fucked. That's what I know. And that's what I want to have with Mike McDaniel. I want to have the coach that can overcome the adversity, but I want to also have the coach that when he has the talent, he's going to beat your ass. Let's go. And I haven't seen that yet from him. You haven't seen that from him. Nobody has seen it because Josh Allen has dominated the Miami Dolphins and this division. So when's it going to happen? Time's running out. You know, we'll talk about the real deal. And somebody mentioned this to me yesterday. Won't mention their name because they may not want me to mention the name, so I'll just, but they thought the extension for McDaniel was a mistake. And he's right. Should have waited after this year for doing it. There was no hurry. He's under contract. It's not going anywhere. And I get why you did it and the optics and all that kind of crap, but we just gave you the talent now. And if you go and shit the bed twice against the Bills again, how's that extension looking? So this game, mathematically, you'll have Joe Farr. Hey, listen, man, it's not the end of the week. We can overcome. And then you could just say, haven't we been telling ourselves that for 25 years? And that's what a win does. tonight. A win makes you feel like, okay. A loss makes you feel like, damn, dude. We just never get to the point where we can really be truly confident about the Miami Dolphins. And that's where this game is incredibly important. Forget about the mathematics of it. It's all about the psychological. It's all about the mental. It's all about the physicality. It's all about the confidence. It's all about accomplishment. Because they've been accomplishing it every year, right? Isn't that what they're doing? Why can't our team do it? McDaniel, you've been given the team. Let's go, dude. You have the best team that they've had here in over 30 years. You have the best quarterback they've ever had since Marino. What's the excuse? You forgot the down? You forgot to you failed to continue to use the run? Your players are making mistakes, dropping touchdowns in the end zone? What's going to happen that does not give us confidence in your abilities to get it done? A loss. Now you win, the narrative changes because Mike McDaniel, it's working. That's what happens, because worst case scenario, you got to split. Best case scenario, you sweep. You cannot get swept. You can split, you can sweep, you can't get swept. And if you lose tonight, the risk of sweep goes way up. Enough of the bullshit. Get it done. That's what I say to Mike McDaniel. Okay? Get it done, because this is where you're measured. We're not going to measure you because you're beating the Patriots. We know what the Patriots are. You know? So, yeah, the Jags have a nice team. They could compete for the playoffs. Well, your team should be competing for the conference and maybe even the title. You should beat the Jags, and you did. Now you had to come back and had to figure it out and all that and come back from 10 points, and it wasn't pretty, but you figured it out. Tonight, you don't want to fall behind by 10 points. You don't want to be making mistakes, and you don't want to get owned in an entire half. So get it done. Get it done, because a win is incredibly important. A loss is fundamentally dangerous.
This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.